Hello, this is Jane Goodall. This is a message to all of you about Lucy, the only elephant in your city zoo. Thinking about her plight as I speak these words brings back all the pain that I feel whenever I think about her years of loneliness. Elephants are not only highly intelligent, but extremely social, particularly the females. They form long-term bonds with family members and friendships that last throughout life. They care for and protect each other. They recognize each other even after a separation of many years, and they're sentient. They share similar emotions to our own of joy and sorrow, grief and despair, and of course they feel pain. Lucy's been in captivity for over 4 decades. She's been in a small enclosure with only short walks each day. In the wild, she would have travelled long distances and foraged for all kinds of different foods. Lucy's been denied proper exercise and food, and as a result, her health has suffered. I'm told that she sometimes has been up to 1,000 pounds overweight. And there's a long list of other problems, including arthritis, foot infections, and colic. On top of all that, there's the psychological suffering that's resulted from being confined for a lifetime, most often in isolation from others of her kind. Lucy is a very lonely elephant. Of course, there are people who care about and love Lucy, but that can't make up for the lack of elephant companionship. As you all know, Senator Murray Sinclair recently introduced the Jane Goodall Act in the Canadian Senate. I was really honoured to have my name attached to this bill, as it specifically seeks to put an end to the sort of captivity that Lucy and others have endured. I'm really happy and grateful to hear that you've all agreed that Lucy should be moved to a sanctuary where she can finally enjoy the company of other elephants, and that there'll be no more elephants in your zoo after she goes. But Lucy desperately needs your help now. Each day she spends at the zoo is another day of sadness, and especially during your long, cold, dark winter. There's a wonderful and accredited sanctuary in Tennessee that's offered to take her in. I know there are concerns as to whether Lucy's healthy enough to be moved, but other old elephants have been successfully transported over long distances. Just think of Kavan, the old elephant who was recently moved all the way from a zoo in Pakistan to a sanctuary in Cambodia. So I beg of you to invite an independent veterinarian with appropriate knowledge of elephants to examine Lucy and determine how best she can be prepared for and supported for her journey. What a wonderful New Year gift to spend her last years in what for her will be paradise. I know that the grassroots movement, Lucy's Edmonton Advocates Project, is eager to help with all of this, to move her to a warmer climate, away from yet another long, cold, dark winter. You know, there's so much suffering in the world today of both humans and animals. How wonderful if you can alleviate the suffering of this one sentient being. She's been helping your city for many, many years. She's surely earned her retirement. And with the right help and care, I feel sure that she can safely undertake this journey. Thank you so much for listening.